Why does a smiley face symbolize happiness? After an insurance company in Worcester, Massachusetts, went through a series of tough transitions in 1963, it hired a graphic designer to create an image to boost morale. The designer came up with a smiling face on a yellow background. At first, it was just printed around the office to put smile on everyone's face, but it quickly gained popularity, and now its positive message reaches across the world. Why do we say hello when we answer the phone? Back in the day, telephone lines would constantly be open, so businesses could communicate with each other whenever they wanted, which are similar to walkie-talkies. The only problem was letting the other side know when you wanted to start a conversation. Thomas Edison suggested that callers say hello when they wanted to let the other person know that they were ready to talk. Why do we eat cake on birthdays? Well, no one is complaining about this tradition, but haven't you always wondered why we do it? The ancient Egyptians are actually credited with inventing the celebration of birthdays. They believed that when pharaohs were crowned gods, it represented their birth as a god, and the day needed to be celebrated. The ancient Greeks borrowed the tradition and decided it would be even better with the addition of sweet treat. They made a moon-shaped pies to honor Artemis, goddess of the moon, and added lit candles to make the cake shine like the moon. That's where we get birthday candles from. Since the ingredients to make cake were pretty expensive, the tradition didn't become popular until the Industrial Revolution, when the ingredients started to become more plentiful. Why are there so many pasta shapes? According to an interview they did with NPR's All Things Considered, in researching the 2010 book, The Geometry of Pasta, Cos Hildebrand and Jacob Kennedy identified more than 1,200 names of pasta shapes. Some come from industrial tools. Elica are screws and fusilli are spindles. And then there are strozzapreti, or priest strangers, possibly given the name because of they're so tasty. Priests would try to eat too many and choke. According to Kennedy and Hildebrand, different shapes were better in different recipes. According to BPC's Good Food, scoop-shaped noodles go best with lumpy sauce, where they can get chunks. Twisted pastas hold thin sauces, and long, spaghetti-like noodle pairs best with cream or oil-based sauces. Why are some people left-handed? About 90% of humans are righties, and it's not all clear why that proportion continues to hold. If there were major evolutionary advantage to being left-handed, more people would have the trait. If there were clear disadvantage, it would disappear. According to Smithsonian Magazine, the latest thinking among the scientists is that a large number of different genes affect handedness. Many of the genes that have been studied play a part in the body's left-right symmetry, and certain mutations can lead to unusual organ placements, like the heart being on the right side instead of the left. Why do squirrels chase one another? According to Life Science, when they go on mad sprints up and down trees and across your yard and deck, they're probably working out their hierarchy. Squirrel expert Michael Steele of Walke's University in Pennsylvania tells the website that the most common U.S. species in the eastern gray squirrel doesn't tend to be territorial, but does not like to let everyone know who's the boss. Not too surprisingly, young squirrels also like to chase one another around for fun, just as our puppies do. Why do we say cheese when we're having our picture taken? Saying the word cheese does make you pull your lips back and show your teeth. So if you're trying to get a lot of people to at least approximate smiling at the same time, it's a good start. According to Today I Found Out, the practice is mentioned in a 1943 Texas newspaper article. The shortest railways in the world take less than a minute. The shortest funicular railway is Fisherman's Walk Cliff Railway, located in Bournemouth, England, and Angel's Flight, located in Los Angeles, advertises on its own website that it's the shortest railway in the world. There are 5 countries in the world that don't have airports. If you're a jet-setting traveler, it's hard to imagine not having an airport nearby for your next family gathering or work event. However, Vatican City, San Marino, Monaco, Liechtenstein, and Andorra somehow make it work. The shortest commercial flight in the world is in Scotland. Yes, it's true, Scottish regional airline Loganair operates the shortest commercial flight in the world between the islands of Westray and Papa Westray, a distance of 1.7 miles, which is scheduled for 90 seconds. Did you know you can use willow bark for pain relief instead of aspirin? The secret to pain relief may be in your backyard. For centuries, willow bark has been used as an alternative to aspirin. The active ingredient in the bark, salicyl, turns into a salicylic acid and is more gentle on the stomach than over-the-counter aspirin. It is not actually drop-shaped. The raindrop designation is actually a misnomer, since scientists have concluded that rain is not actually shaped like a teardrop. When water molecules condense and bind together in the atmosphere before falling, they form a more or less spherical shape. As they fall, they encounter air pressure, flattening the bottom of the drops so that they end up taking on a shape more like a hamburger bun.
It's caught in the crossfire.